Says that I am live, so let me see. Let me go ahead and check in on my YouTube, and it looks like we're live. So let me see if I got some volume here. All right, well, there we go. Cool. I love when technology works. Wow, it's been a long time since I've been on here. So, guys, look, let me jump right into this information. I am so excited. Man, I am so elated to be back, to be able to jump on and give you guys some value. I don't know where comments are here. I think there may be some comments on YouTube. I don't know. This is my first time using the Restream. I think this platform is. So I'm just now learning it, but I'm excited, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. But I want to say to you, those of you that are watching this live, and those of you that are going to watch the recording, you want to definitely grab yourself a pen and a paper. You want to get in a very quiet room. You want to get in a very quiet space, okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I am about to drop some knowledge that unfortunately is forbidden to be taught in the educational system. I'm about to go some places where financial advisors has never been. Financial advisors have never been. Many don't even know it exists, okay? I'm about to unveil some information to you that could change the direction of your financial future. But before I do anything else, let me go ahead and put a disclaimer out there. Okay. I am not a licensed financial advisor. I am not a CPA. I don't hold any license whatsoever in the financial industry. Okay. You should be happy of that, because I can tell you, after 30 years of financial education and tax education being taught directly from my friends over at the IRS, okay, yes, the IRS is my best financial friend, okay, despite what you've been taught, despite what you think, okay, the IRS is your best financial friend, okay? And so I'm not a financial advisor. I don't hold any financial license. Anything that I say tonight is for educational purposes only, okay? Anything that I reference when it comes down to taxes, okay, that information is going to be a regurgitation directly from the IRS. I want you to know that, okay? So I'm not going to give you my opinion. I'm not going to give you my assumption. I'm not going to put a twist on it. I'm going to try to give you enough information that you now can walk away from this particular live stream, okay? Whether you're watching the recording, you're watching it live, okay? And you can say, you know what? I now have a roadmap to create true financial independence. I'm not going to talk about getting financially, wealthy, right? I'm not going to talk about getting rich, okay? None of that matters. How about being financially independent? Man, I was at the store. So let me go ahead. First of all, properly introduce myself. I'm telling you, I'm excited. So let me slow down. I want to slow down because I just got through doing a video. I'm going to tell you, it's $1 million video. I just got through doing a video right now, okay, that has got me, man, fired the heck up, okay, because some lives are going to get changed. But anyway, that's not a pitch. I'm just telling you where I'm at right now. I'm already up here, okay? I'm already up here. So if it sounds like, man, this guy is hyped up, that's why I'm hyped up. I just put some information on a video that millions of people will go to their grave and never learn. If you're in the crypto space, if you're in the cryptocurrency space, oh my God, keep your eye on my YouTube station. The game is about to be changed. Anyway, my name is Mark Pyers. I'm a home-based business tax coach and wealth coach, have been now for over 30 years. I'm also a tax strategist. Let me tell you the difference between a tax preparer, a CPA, and a tax strategist. A CPA is a licensed public accountant, okay? CPA is a public accountant. A tax preparer is someone that simply plugs your information in the software, asks you for a check, tell you they'll see you next year, okay? They have absolutely no tax education whatsoever. Many of you already know they don't teach tax education in the school. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing how when we go to school, they teach us pay attention, get good grades, so you can get a good paying job, right? So you can make a decent amount of money, but the school system doesn't teach you anything about keeping that money. I'm not beating up the school system. Okay, I'm not beating up the school system. Okay, let me give you the reason why. I want you to write this one down, and then never ever talk about what the school system doesn't do. Okay, never take that class again. I want you to go to Wikipedia, and I want you to type in General Educational Board philosophy. Okay, General Educational Board philosophy. When you get through reading the philosophy of why the school system was created in the first place, you'll understand why it doesn't teach financial education. Okay. And then we can put that baby to bed. Okay. And then we can move on to start to go ahead and create wealth. So let me start back and introduce myself again. My name is Mark Pyers, home-based business tax coach and wealth coach and tax strategist. Okay. I have learned directly from the IRS, okay, how to legally, ethically, and morally keep as much of my hard-earned income to the tune of tens of thousands of dollars. Listen to this. Listen to this. When I say listen to something, I want you to write it down. Write it down quick. Okay. So this is how we're gonna roll. Okay, because I move fast. Okay, because this is embedded in me. Okay, I don't have a script tonight. All right. I never have a script. I don't have notes. Okay. Everything I'm going to share with you is embedded in me. Okay. I'm never going to tell you anything wrong. I am never going to tell you anything just because I'm trying to earn a commission. And most times I'm going to share this information for absolutely free. Anyway, I'm a home-based business tax coach and wealth coach. I specialize in helping entrepreneurs understand, and even those that don't understand, that if you don't have a home-based business, you're committing financial suicide. Okay, so let me explain why I say home-based business. Okay, and I'll give you a little bit of example of what I mean. Why a home-based business versus, Mark, a brick and mortar business? Okay, why a home-based business versus a franchise? Okay, and I'm not saying don't get a franchise. If you got a couple $1 million laying around, and you want to go get you a franchise, hey, go get you a franchise, right? A home-based business is nothing else than a room. This room that I'm in right now, okay, this room that I'm sitting at right here in this chair, in front of this computer, with this camera, in the house. Here we go. Here's the teaching. Here, get your pens out. In the house that I rent. I don't own a mortgage on this house. I don't own a mortgage on this house. Watch this. But I get a bigger tax deduction than the hundreds of clients that I have that are homeowners. Oh, we're going to get deep. We're going to get deep. What time is it? I'm 9 minutes in and I'm already on fire. Okay. Let me say that again. Okay. I'm sitting in what's called my home office. Okay. Where I operate my home business online. Okay. On my computer, on my cell phone at the click of a button. Okay. And I get now Fortune 500 tax savings on things that I would already spend my money on, even if I didn't have a business. See, I couldn't do that if I had a brick and mortar business and I had a separate location in some strip mall that I was paying extra expenses for the rent, right? I would be able to write off that rent. However, I would not normally have that additional expense other than the fact that I wanted to open up a business outside of my home. Now, I don't invite customers over to my house. I do invite potential clients over to my house. Why? Write it down. The IRS gives me 100% tax deduction for having business meals in my home. What inflation? Huh? What inflation? I said we're going to talk about debt, taxation, and inflation. Okay. When I invite someone over to my house, okay, and I go grab a couple of lobsters, a couple of ribeye steaks, right, or some of those tomahawk steaks, and we sit down and we talk about making money, okay, it's 100% tax deduction on the cost of that meal at my house. I just saved someone $3,000 to $5,000 every year for the rest of your life. I just saved someone $3,000 to $5,000. If you took what I just gave you and you put that to work for yourself, I just saved you anywhere between $2,000 to $3,000 on average every year for the rest of your working life. Okay. I couldn't do that if I had a business in a strip mall somewhere. Okay. I also get, because of this room, because of the businesses that I've chosen to participate in, okay, I also get in my rental, in my home that I rent, okay, not the home I have a mortgage on, the one that I rent. How many of you have been told, oh, if you're renting, you're throwing money away. You're just paying for someone else's property, right? Oh, yeah, right. I also get 20% tax deduction off my light bill, my utility bill, my gas bill, my water bill, my internet, my security alarm, 20%. To the tune that for each home-based business, and my wife and I have 3, write this down, My wife and I have 3 for each individual home-based business. It saves my wife and I for the rent, the lights, the water, the gas, the internet, the security alarm. It saves my wife and I over $800 in taxes for each business. I ought to just stop this presentation right now. I just gave you a $14,000 tax tip for your favorite word, absolutely free. I want to say that one really slow again, okay? Per my friends over at the IRS, I can operate 2 or more home-based businesses from the same home office, and I must keep the expenses separate. And so I get to deduct 20% of my entire rent, light, water, gas, internet, security alarm, which is the tune to $800 per month as a tax deduction per business. What inflation? What inflation? What taxation are we talking about? I've been teaching this information now for over 30 years, and I teach it directly from the IRS. In these days right here, I have never seen another time that more people are aware of this word called inflation than right now. We didn't even experience this in 2008 when the housing market crashed. Okay. I have never seen a time in my life in the last 30 years where I've had more people talk to me, or I see more people online talking about inflation, skyrocketing food prices, skyrocketing rent until today, until right now. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it is not going to get any better. Oh, man, it's not going to get any better. See, what we have not been taught in the school system is we have not been taught about money, okay? And so I want to talk about, why do I say debt, taxation, and inflation? Let me break down the system and how the system is put together, okay? And so you're taught to go to school, get a good education so you can go get a good paying job, right? And that's great. Now, before you get your paycheck, what happens? Taxation happens to you, right? You're like, taxation. Yeah, I noticed that, right? Federal taxes, state taxes. Watch this. Social Security taxes. I want to say that one again. For those of you, okay, that are including Social Security and Medicare into your retirement plan, I want to encourage you. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, okay? But documentation beats conversation, and I'm here to tell you, okay? I'm here to tell you, until the government cut off those entitlement programs. You said, Mark, they're an entitlement program. Mark, I paid into those programs. I paid in. I could do an entire live stream on this information alone, and it'll blow your mind. because you're putting yourself and your future at risk. Okay. I'm telling you right now, again, it's not financial advice, it's facts. Okay. I heard it come out of one of the most powerful financial gurus, okay, one of the former chairmen of the Federal Reserve for over 18 years that controls this money, the United States money, say, until we cut off, until we pull back the entitlement programs, talk about Social Security and Medicare, I know what you're thinking. I know what you've been taught to believe. I know what you've convinced yourself of. Mark, those are my retirement opportunity. Those are my retirement accounts, right? The government never said, listen to me, please listen to me. The government has never said that Social Security and Medicare was a supplemental retirement account. Never said it. When you look at your check, it says Social Security taxes. I'm telling you right now. Okay. And so the inflation that we're dealing with right now has nothing to do, okay, or very little to do with the pandemic. Okay. We've been on this spiraling down financial tsunami, okay, since 1913 in this country. I'm not going to go through the whole spiel, but I want you to know the pandemic was just a pandemic to not have to expose what has already been a cancer to your financial future. The US dollar, since 1913, when it was taken off of the gold standard, did you know that our money used to actually be backed by gold? In fact, it wasn't backed by gold. The actual money was the gold. I'm holding in my hand right now, and you guys won't be able to see it. I'm holding in my hand right now. Let me see if I can show this to you. Okay. I'm holding in my hand right now what's called a gold certificate. Okay. If you pull out a $20 out of your pocket and you read along the top and the bottom of your $20, as I read along the top of the bottom of this $20, you're going to notice that there's something missing on your $20, and it went away in this country in 1913. This $20 gold certificate, first of all, this says it's a gold certificate. Yours says that it is a Federal Reserve note. What's the definition of a note? Car note, house note, IOU, tied to what? Debt. This certified that there has been deposited into the United States Treasury, to the United States of America Treasury, $20 in gold coin payable to the bearer on demand. Let me say that again, because I don't have to read it off the paper. This $20 gold certificate says, this certificate certifies that there has been deposited in the United States Treasury $20 in gold coin payable to the bearer on demand. You used to be able to take this $20 gold certificate, take it to the bank, and they would give you a $20 gold piece. At that time, ladies and gentlemen, at that time, 1 ounce of gold was around $200. Today, that 1 ounce of gold today is about $1,750. Let me say that again. At the time that our money came off of the gold standard in 1913, 1 ounce of gold was around $200. Today, that same 1 ounce of gold buried in the backyard, dropped in the ocean and dug up and brought back up, okay, today has a value of $1,750. However, your Federal Reserve note that was issued after the government took us off the gold standard has lost over 2,000% in its purchasing power. Those are facts. You can find that information if you just simply go to Google and pull up an inflation calculator and you put in that inflation calculator, $100 in 1913 to 2022, and you will find out that dollar in 1913, that Federal Reserve note, What it could buy in 1913 today would cost you over $2,000. The money has lost over 2,000% in purchasing power. They don't teach that in school. Taxes, debt, and inflation. So now you got your paycheck and taxes came out. And so now you don't have enough money to pay your bills. Why? Because the government took their part off the top. Now you only have enough money to pay some of your bills. So now you got to do what? You got to either play Peter pay Paul, or you got to use a credit card to subsidize the rest of your bills. And that causes you to do what? Go into debt. I want you to hear me when I say this, okay? I've studied this information enough to believe, this is my personal belief, okay, that the system was set up to control the masses. When I look at the tax system, it rewards those that move their money. Write this down. Write this down. This is going to be another $10,000 tip. The tax system rewards the person that moves their money. That's why it's called a currency. And it penalizes the person that saves their money. You see, tax deduction reduces the amount of income taxes, but you can't get a tax deduction if you don't move your money. And so the people that are suffering the most in this economy are those that have never been taught that if you don't have a home-based business, you're on the wrong side of the tax code. I have a saying that says, we have one tax system in the United States of America, but there's two sides. Let me say it again. We have one tax system in America, but there's two sides. There's a side that the employee operates on, and there's a side that Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos operates on. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever sat back and wondered, how is it that Donald Trump, Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos can make, Jeff Bezos made his income increase in 2021 by $99 billion. I want to say that slow. His income increased by $99 billion. I said that with a B. And his tax percentage that he had to pay was 0.98%. I want to ask you a question. What was your tax percentage that you paid on $60,000, $70,000, $75,000? How much taxes did you pay on $100,000 of reported income? $99 billion his income grew, and his tax. Don't get jealous. Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. Don't look. Don't hate the game and don't hate the player. Get informed. I'm telling you right now. The separation from you creating true financial prosperity is not anything, has nothing to do with what you did wrong. It has everything to do with what you've never been taught. In fact, it has a lot to do with what you've been taught to be afraid of. You've been taught to be afraid of the IRS. I like to describe it as this. Imagine that you had a backyard, right? And there was a bunch of gold in your backyard, right? Okay. And then you put all these signs up on the gates, right? And you said, don't be aware, don't be, aware of the dog. Be frightened of the owner, right? And you got this shotgun on the sign, right? And so that's to keep people out. Well, somehow, okay, because it happened to me, okay? Somehow in our mind, we have became afraid of the IRS. It happened to me in 1994. I got an audit letter in 1994. I didn't even know the IRS existed. But when I got that letter, I was in complete fear when I saw those three letters. When I saw that name, Internal Revenue Services, I was in complete fear. But I'm going to tell you right now, I wouldn't change that time. That was in 1992. I wouldn't change that experience for nothing in the world. Because see, what I thought out of ignorance was my worst day of my life turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me on a financial level. I discovered how to get financially free, legally, ethically, and morally from the system that somehow in my subconscious mind I had become afraid of. And many of you have become afraid of the IRS. As soon as you hear them, make you cringe. I want to let you know, okay? I want to let you know that the IRS and the tax system wants you to keep, and I'm going to quote the IRS as I get ready to wrap this up, guys. The IRS encourages you to strategize to keep as much of your hard-earned income in your pocket. I know you don't believe that, okay? I know you don't believe that, okay? But I have a tax training that I've been teaching for years, and I just launched a brand new tax training called the Tax Mastery Academy. And I teach this information, again, I teach it directly from the IRS. Why do I teach it directly from the IRS? I already know the information. Why do I teach it from the IRS? So you don't have to be in fear that Mark Pires is putting some kind of twist on it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to learn some things that you're going to say, there's no way that could be true. So I want you to get it directly from the horse's mouth. Like the fact that I can operate 3 home-based businesses from the same room in my house, and I can write off the rent 3 times. I want to talk to my homeowners out there. You know, prior to 1917, prior to 2017, you know, it was pretty cool to be a homeowner because you got to write off your mortgage interest, okay? But something happened in 2017 that shifted what was so-called are supposed to be called the American dream, right? What's the American dream? Mark, to own your own home with the white picket fence, okay? If you're a homeowner, you may not be aware of this, but I'm about to attempt to save you thousands of dollars. After 2017, 99.9% of homeowners no longer are qualified to get a tax deduction for their mortgage interest, property taxes, and insurance or HOA expenses. Let me say that again for the person way in the back of the room that just got distracted, but they're going to write a check to the mortgage company and 80% of their mortgage payment is going to go to the bank in the form of mortgage interest, and they're going to take that 1098, that's the form your mortgage company send you every year, and you're going to take it to your tax preparer, and they're going to put it on your taxes, and you're going to look at your taxes, and you're going to see it there. But what you're not going to know is what your tax preparer didn't tell you, because most tax preparers are not tax informed, and they're not required to be, is that you got a big goose egg as far as a tax advantage for those thousands of dollars in interest you gave to the bank. Now, you know I'm not going to drop something on you like that and just leave you hanging, right? There's a solution. There's a solution. It's called a home-based business. You see, the tax code reward business owners and they penalize those that don't have one. And so you have the ability to be in business in a matter of how long you can make a decision to say, I want to be in business. That's how long it takes you to give yourself a minimum $10,000 tax savings every year. How long is it going to take you to say, I need a home-based business and put it into action? You know, I love the industry of network marketing and direct sales. You know why? Because it has a very minimum entry. You can get involved in a business and have yourself move from the wrong side of the tax code to the right side of the tax code. As soon as you can fill out the application, put your name, your address, social security number, and whatever they require, right? Bam, you are now a legal home-based business And if you operate that business with the intent to make a profit, you can give yourself an instant $10,000 or, whatever that case may be. Okay. $10,000, for my wife and I, that was 17 years ago. Okay. That was 17 years ago. Whatever you legally qualify for. But I'll tell you this, it'll be more. Okay. And so if you don't have a home-based business, you want to reach out to me and get informed why you definitely need. If you own a home, and you don't have a home-based business, you're committing double financial suicide. What you're doing is you're sending the bank interest. The money you're giving to the bank now is taxable to you, but you're giving the money to the bank. Somebody missed that. You're going to have to go back and listen to what I just said. Okay. That money that you're giving now to Chase Bank, to Bank of America in the form of mortgage interest, because you're not getting a tax deduction, means now you're paying taxes on it. But you have a solution. Start a home-based business. Is it that simple? It is that simple. And so, guys, in closing, I just wanted to get on here and talk about this economy, because there's a lot of people hurting right now. And because this information isn't taught, because this information isn't simplistic, because this information is hidden at the location where most people are frightened of, the IRS, many people are going to financially struggle. Inflation isn't going away. Taxation is going to increase. I promise you that. Remember, you heard that from Mark Pyers. Your taxes are going to go up, but inflation has already raised your taxes, because when the price increase on something, so does the taxes. Oh man. They should have a class called Financial Education 101 and 102, and you ought to be forced to take those classes. But the school system, again, it's not, that's not why it was created. So remember, go to Wikipedia. Okay, go to Wikipedia tonight. Pull up the General Educational Board philosophy. Read it. Okay. Take in a few deep breaths, because I'm telling you right now, it is going to be one of the most disrespectful readings you've ever heard, you've ever read. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, it is downright disgusting. Okay. But you can't change it. But what you can do is you can change your financial roadmap right now. So what's the marching orders? Get a home-based business. Get tax informed. Okay. Get a home-based business. Get tax informed. Get a home-based business. Get tax informed. Mark, what kind of home-based business should I get? Look, all of my home-based business are surrounded around money. All of them. Silver, gold, cryptocurrency. The best product that I could ever find out there, if I'm forced to have a business, look, my product is going to be money. Okay. You say, well, can you write those things off? Absolutely. Okay. You guys will learn more about that. Okay. You'll learn more about how you're able to write off assets. Okay. How the IRS, the United States government, will allow you in certain situations to be able to legally write off assets. Okay. I'm not talking about financial institutions. I'm not talking about deducting your losses. Okay. I'm talking about you acquiring assets and being able to deduct those legally, ethically, and morally with a smile on your face on your taxes. Okay. And I do teach that information as well in my tax course. So guys, look, wow, 35 minutes. 35 minutes, I said a lot. And so you owe it to your children. You owe it to yourself. Okay. You've got to have a business. You've got to have a business. There's no other way. You can go and find a job paying you $300,000 a year, and you're going to lose 37% of it in federal taxes alone. And then you got Social Security, Medicare, and maybe state, depending on where you live. There's no financial freedom. There's no tax incentives on the employee side. So if you have a job and now you get a home-based business, your home-based business, write this down. Your home-based business will help you reduce or eliminate the taxes on the job. I'm going to end it right there. Okay. So if you guys want to learn more, if you're interested in getting tax educated, if you have a home-based business, you're like, man, I've heard about these things. I just don't know what to do. I'm going to go over to the IRS and try to figure it out. Guys, look, take the shortcut. Okay. Take the shortcut. You can comment on this video. You can go to our website, which is taxmasteryacademy.com. taxmasteryacademy.com. Don't sign up for my tax course there because it's going to cost you a little over $500. Okay. If you're truly interested and you're serious about keeping as much of your hard-earned money in your pocket, reach out to me, fill out the form, send me an email. Okay. And let me know that you were on this live stream. Okay. And I'm going to give you a 25% discount. Now, if you go on the website and you look, and it's definitely worth the price. It's one of my students told me that that course should be $5,000 to start off with. Okay. It should be $5,000. He said, man, there's no way, dude. I don't, why are you selling this so cheap? I said, well, honestly, I don't really sell it. I just want to be compensated. But I also know that if you give people stuff for free, they don't value it. Okay. So it does take me time. It's taken me 30 years to learn this information. Okay. And so you can go to, again, taxmasteryacademy.com. Do not sign up for the tax course unless you don't want the 25% discount. If you want the 25% discount, email the support at Academy. It's the support at the Academy of Financial Education.com. And then let me know you were on this live stream. You saw the replay. You were on live. Let me know what value you got from it. And then I'll send you the information on how to get a 25% discount on that lifetime membership, where I've already put some information in that will save anybody $10,000 to $15,000 in taxes legally, ethically, and morally for the rest of their life. And it's all recorded and trained off the IRS website. So with that being said, guys, look, Mark Pyers, home-based business tax coach and wealth and tax strategist. You got to strategize. You got to learn how to think outside of the box. Everything you see in front of you isn't necessarily what it is. Okay. That's what I've gained over the last 30 years, is being able to not just read something and see it for what I read, but now, because I've done it so long, I see it for what it really is. And as you dig deeper, you'll be shocked. Okay. You'll be shocked. Like being able to operate 3 home-based businesses from the same 4 walls and be able to write off these 4 walls 3 times to the tune, okay, of over $1,200 a month, legally, ethically, and morally. Okay. So go to the website, www.taxmasteryacademy.com. You can learn some information there. Send me an email. Let me know you were on this live stream. I want that tax course. I want that lifetime membership. How do I get the 25% discount? We'll talk about that. And with that being said, guys, look, enjoy your evening. Go back and look at this. I'm not sure how long I'm going to even leave this up on YouTube. I got to go back and review it because I might have said some things that maybe I just shouldn't have said in open forum, because, you know, some things are better kept talked about behind the scene. That way, you know, Big Brother don't learn that the masses are getting educated. You know, they don't want you to be educated. I'm telling you that right now. Okay, as much as I tell you the information is there, they don't want everybody knowing this information. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's why it's not taught in the school system. However, it has to be there. So the elite wealthy, the elite individuals that were prevalent to learn this information. Okay, the Warren Buffetts, the Donald Trump, the Oprah Winfrey, the Mark Zuckerbergs, right? The Jeff Bezos, right? That makes billions of dollars and pays 0.98%. Think about that. I want you to think about that for a moment, okay? $99 billion and your tax bracket is 0.98%. And I make $50,000, not me, but an employee makes $50,000 and their tax bracket is 15%. Something that makes you go, All right, guys, I'm getting out of here. I got to go and edit this video so I can get this other video out here because I've got some lives to save. Okay, my wife and I, we are on a journey. It's been a while since we've been live. It's been a while since we've been publicly out there in the forefront. And I'm telling you, buckle up your seatbelts because I'm about to bring the heat. Okay, I'm about to bring the heat because lives are definitely about to change. You think your lives have changed now? You haven't seen anything. I'm telling you right now, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Okay, prices are not going back down. Okay, those are the norm. The dollar has never gotten stronger. The U.S. dollar has never gotten stronger. It is always 100% declined in purchasing power. I want you to think about that. Okay, it is never. A dollar has never been worth $1.25 ever, unless it was in gold and silver. Unless it was in gold and silver. So, with that being said, guys, look, enjoy your evening. I want to thank those of you that were able to stay. I know people popped in, popped out. We're 41 minutes into this presentation. I had no idea I was going to go that long, but I can talk about this information for days. So I'll let you guys get on with your Sunday. And remember this, if you don't have a home-based business and you show up to your job, okay, I'm going to give you my serious look, okay? If you don't have a home-based business and tax informed, and you show up to your job and you get a check on Friday, and there's anything inside of that federal box and state box other than a zero, I want you to go home and tell your family how much money you elected to give away for free because you didn't want to do the little bit of work, and that was to go tap into a system that will teach you how to keep as much of your hard-earned income as possible. And I believe someone making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 should keep all of their money. And I know that you can, but you have to put in the work. We'll see you guys on the next live stream.